On this edition of Fly Fish, it's off to the Red River, just outside Winnipeg, Manitoba in Canada. Our host is Jeff Currier, the perfect character for this adventure, since we're not after the usual species. Jeff is a fly angler who is always in search of the exotic. And since catfish and carp are on the agenda, he is fired up for the adventure. Our guest and guide is Stu Thompson. Stu is a dedicated fly fishing angler, tyer, and instructor who is known for his generous nature when it comes to sharing his hard-won knowledge of the sport. We're on the Red at the end of May and the water is high, but Stu assures us this won't be a problem. This is the #1 channel catfishery in North America, and no matter the conditions, there is little doubt there are fish to be caught. The combination of a great exotic angler and a local guide with extensive knowledge of the fishery is usually a lethal combination. And that's what's just ahead, except for the lethal part. In our tying demonstration for this episode, Stu stays with us to craft the pattern that proved most successful on our day of angling, the DDH Leech. It's a woolly bugger imitation Stu came up with that features some exotic dubbing materials. The result is a solid fly that works for both cats and carp. The Red River runs north out of Minnesota, and by the time it makes it here to Winnipeg, it is both big and red. Jeff's first look at the river is daunting, but a closer observation reveals just what he had in mind: fish, and lots of them. Right below Jeff and Stu is a spillway, and it is loaded with heads and tails of both carp and cats.
So Stu, this is the Red River.
Yeah, world famous catfish fishery. It's a fantastic river to fish. Now, I know people won't believe you can catch cats on a fly, but definitely you can.
You know, I think there's a few people that believe you can catch a cat and a fly, but they'd look at this water here and say you can't catch anything here, let alone a cat, because boy, it's the Red River.
Oh, big time. We've had a lot of rain in the last couple of days, so the river is really high and dirty. But if you take a look down here, there's cats and carp swimming all over the place. It's just an amazing sight. And what they're doing is they're just gathering in the backwater, taking it easy, and there's huge fish down there.
I've heard about the big cats. It's just great that you've invited me up here and got me here for my first time. I'm chomping at the bit to get out there despite the way it looks. And looking at all these fish down here in the back eddy, which I see are just a lot of common carp and a couple catfish mixed in, that's just getting me antsy as heck. I'm ready to go wet a line.
Well, you know what? What we'll do is there's a piece of the river downstream a ways called the floodway, and it's a big ditch going around the city. And that is clean water. So what we're going to do is we're going to hike down there, we're going to fish a mud line. We should be able to get some cats and drum and carp out of there.
Boy, I would just love to get one of these big Red River channel cats. That would just be an awesome day.
Well, let's go get a bend in your rod and we'll walk down and we'll go get some cats.
Following you.
You got it. Let's go.
What else do we got a shot at today?
Well, you know, Jeff, there's freshwater drum, carp, there's walleye in here, sauger, goldeye. Man, you never know what you're going to catch until you catch it.
Oh man, that's my favorite kind of fishing. Well, I first want to get my big cat. That's what I'm really hoping for. It's kind of a dream to catch a big cat in the Red River. Everything else is a bonus.
Oh, you know what? Like I said, you never know what you're going to get until you land it. So you can end up sauger first, cats, carp, drum, occasional pike here and there, white bass, big walleye, 10, 12 pounder. You just don't know.
Stu has instructed Jeff to bring a heavy rod and fast-sinking line to handle big fish and get down in the heavy flows. He is pretty confident in the technique required, and even before we arrived, he had spent some time coaching Jeff on the tight line swing and twitching retrieve he wants to employ.
The best way to drift a fly for cats is you quarter your cast across current, let the current pull the line, no drag-free drift. You want the current to drag the line. You do what I call a tight line drag. Let the current do the work for you. Let it sweep down to the current seam, retrieve up the current seam, and you should be able to get a cat.
Okay, well, here goes. I tell you, coming from the clear waters of Idaho, standing in this water where I can only see an inch, maybe not even quite an inch.
No, clarity is 1/4 inch.
Yeah, It's just amazing to me.
You know what? We've had a lot of rain the last couple of days, so the river is discolored right now. But that really gets cats feeding and the carp feeding. Every fish in here is going to be moving.
Well, there's no doubt that they can pick up the sound and the movement. They live here. They've got to be able to see. So I have confidence. I've got this heavy sinking line, which is going to help me get down to the bottom where the fish live. Got the clouser minnow, which of course rides the bottom the whole way. I feel my fly riding the bottom right now, in fact. So I'm in the zone. Yep, I was really in the zone. I felt bottom good that time. Try her again here. I'm gonna put a little more line out.
You know, that's the thing. There's a lot of people out here today. A couple boats around, and you know, they wouldn't be here unless the fishing was really good.
Well, neither would those pelicans.
Yeah, that's right. They're here every year.
So am I doing an okay retrieve? Should I mix it up?
You know what? Don't change it at all.
Okay.
Don't change it at all. You're doing really well on the retrieve. It's just a small strip retrieve. And there we go.
We got a fish.
There we go.
My goodness. Didn't take long. You know what?
Couple casts. Oh,
you're pretty good fish too, and he's oh, I lost him.
Oh.
Ho ho ho. Ho ho ho, that didn't take long.
Like I said, the fish are active in high water like this, and it's really amazing what they do.
So we've got the good old clouser minnow here. A little bit lighter eyes than a normal clouser. It's got the bead chain instead of the lead, but that's probably perfect. Do the colors really make that much difference in this color water?
Believe it or not, yes it does. You go with contrasting colors when it's like this. That pattern there will represent a pearl dace, and it's a great little pattern. If you ever seen a pearl dace minnow, you'll notice that it has a red stripe down the side or orangey red stripe down the side. So that's what I'm imitating with that fly. There's a bit of flash in there, but once again, it's contrasting colors, and contrasting colors really stand out well in this river. There's other flies I tie what I call an Easter egg bugger, and it's purple and yellow. And that fly is just dynamite.
Well, we'll give this a few more hits. It seems like this may already be working.
Oh,
Only made 1 or 2 casts and we already had a fish on.
You know what? It's a great fly for this area. The reason I don't tie lead eyes is because of the sinking line that you're using and that I use. You don't really have to go with lead eyes. You want that fly to ride just above the bottom or right on the bottom. And with those big bead chain, I'll tell you something, that fly works really, really well.
Here come a few other guys. It must be a really good spot up here to the right, isn't it?
You know what, when the water's high, the floodway is probably the best spot in the whole river. They put in gravel bars when we had the big flood of '97 to sort of smooth the water out and take the force of the water away from washing out the far bank. So there's gravel bars in here, there's holes in here. You know, unfortunately we can't wade out as far as we'd like to fish this current seam as well as we could. Low water, we can probably wade out another 50, 60 yards in this area.
Stu, I didn't even ask you this morning. I kind of just went with what I would expect to use for catfish, and I grabbed a 9-weight. Is that a good choice?
You know what, if you came down here with anything less than
a 9-weight. We got a fish. Oh man,
you lost him. But a 9-weight is the ideal outfit down here. In high water like this, I'd even suggest a 10-weight, 11, but 9 is what I use.
Good. Well, I grabbed the right rod. I'm sure that that's because the size of these channel cats. These are the biggest channel cats in the world.
I'll be amazed if you don't get a cat 35, 36 inches today.
It is no secret, and many of the channel cat fishing episodes you might have seen on television have been done here. It isn't long before we see a cat landed. The size makes us wonder how we're going to fare on fly rods. Though we did hook up in our first spot between the heavy flow, the debris coming downstream, and boaters crossing our path, we landed nothing. Stu decided to take us a little way back upriver to a softer edge in hopes of getting Jeff into his first Canadian channel cat.
There we go.
Nice. Uh-oh. There I go too.
Double header.
I was just starting to strip in to get it out of the way for you. Now
Mine
we're
is
gonna have
off.
a real challenge on our hands.
Mine is off.
Yours
I
is
lost
off?
mine, yeah, he turned broadside into the current.
Mine is on and he's broadside to the current and he's leaving me. Yeah, I'm in the backing. Holy cow.
He's gonna go.
If this is a catfish, this is a big catfish. Now the problem, I feel like I want to follow this fish a little bit. I also don't know the terrain.
My advice, don't follow him, because there's drop-offs in here. You go past the old bank, man, you'll be doing a half floater, you'll be floating down with him going all the way to the big lake.
That's what I was afraid of.
So this is a patient type of game if you can work him back.
Yep, so far he's coming a little bit. It's a miracle.
You know what, in this fast current, what's going to happen is he will run on you big time.
Yeah, he got out there broadsided me right off the bat in the beginning there and just took off. I'll be real glad when I get my fly line back on the reel.
You know what, you can sort of take steps coming this way. That way at least you get around the bushes here.
As soon as I see my line go away right, I will run down there.
Well, shuffle, not run.
Yeah.
You know what, I've had fish on in this fast current that have taken me 185 yards downriver. I just have to break them off.
I hate having to put that much pressure on a fish when your fly line's 100 feet away from you, because you really worry about your fly line. Luckily, it's a pretty uncommon thing if you do your knots between your fly line and your backing right, and I do a spider hitch or a bimini twist and attach it to a whipped loop in the fly line, and that's a pretty solid way of doing it. Here I was all excited about having my fly line back. He just almost got it out again on me. Come on, buddy, out of that heavy current. Do what you did last time and swim for us. Swim to us. We're not gonna hurt you.
Yeah, he's gonna be fighting for a while. It's a big fish.
Stu, how big can these cats get?
The cats themselves, you could be looking at you can get 40-pound cats out of here.
You're kidding.
No.
40-pound channel cat.
40-pound channel cats. They are in here. Some of the big, that is a cat that you
It
have
sure
on,
looks
by the
like
way.
a cat.
So some of the big cats, you know what? They're so big I don't even hazard a guess, because the bigger ones haven't been caught yet. You know, 35, 40-pound cat, that's going to be about 45, 46 inches. And they are in here. Not only that, but you can get some 40-pound carp in here as well.
Yeah, well, let's hope that we got our cat instead of a 40-pound carp. Although, I can't believe I just said that. I'm a fanatic of carp, too. I guess because I'm on the Red River, I feel like I want to catch this dream catfish.
Okay, bring them back, Jeff, and I'll land them for you.
Yeah, I'll bring him back. I'll get him a little closer to shore for you,
Yeah, I
Stu.
won't even use the net for this.
He may have finally given up here, Stu.
Yeah, he's getting there. Okay, I got him.
Got him? All right. A Red River cat.
Okay,
Ooh,
get that
geez.
fly out.
Holy cow, that is a big fish. You know, I've caught a
You
lot
ready
of channel.
to see this?
Oh my goodness.
There you go, man.
Holy cow.
That's what we talk about when we
Stay right
say,
like that. I'm taking a picture there, Stu. I know it's
just grab him by the tail.
I got him.
There you go.
Oh,
Awesome fish, bud.
I have
Awesome.
been waiting a long time to catch a cat like that. Oh, jeez.
That's a good 30-pounder. Yeah, I'll move your catfish hat. That's what brought us the luck.
Yeah, we're gonna keep the catfish hat handy this morning. Wow, and it's early. We got a long day still. Open it. Just. You probably
Take
get a little
another one.
closer. Go ahead and fill the whole frame. Ow! Woo! Got a nice barb in the side of my.
Yeah, that's one thing when you handle cats. So you always run your hands up behind the pec fins. Don't try and grab them from the top, because that spine will jab you. These spines here will jab you. Slide your hand underneath just behind the pec fins. You got it made.
Unreal.
Awesome cat.
Okay, I think I'm going to release him now, Stu.
Yeah, let him go.
You
See
ready,
if we
Gene?
can-
Let him kick just like I would any fish a little bit here, but as we all know, these guys are seriously durable. Okay, buddy. So long, big fella. Oh.
How did it feel, man? On a fly.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
But show the folks the size of fly that you caught it on.
God, he must have thought it was like a nymph or something. Just
That's
a little black fly.
Yeah, that's a leech imitation. That's a DDH leech. It's a great pattern for down here. Cats will feed very heavily on leeches when they're spawning. It's amazing what you can catch on a black woolly bugger down here or a DDH leech. You would not, and that's just about average size cat that we do at this time of year.
Did you say average?
Average.
Wow. Wow. Put that around my neck, we might need it again.
Oh, definitely.
That's insane. So pretty much every cat you catch here with a fly rod, if you wanted to, you had a world record.
You look in the record book and there's virtually nothing there for a fly caught cat.
They're like 12, 13 pounders.
You know, unofficially, I bet you I have about 15 world records.
Oh, you must. You must.
There's a gentleman that fishes the river and he's about 72, 73 right now, and he still fishes the river. His best cat is 42.5 inches on the fly, and it was done on 8-pound test. It's not even registered. So there's tons of opportunity if somebody wants a world record cat for the record books. And this water here, I'm telling you, #1 in North America for big channel cats.
Stu, what do you call this fly I'm using?
It's a DDH Leech.
DDH Leech.
Originally designed for walleye, but I've taken rainbows and browns on it. I've taken cats, carp, walleye, smallmouth bass. It's just a great all-around little fly.
Realistically, I'm not surprised at his
Fish. Man, he's going. These fish
really
can
going.
run 185 yards on you once they get in the main current. And he is going.
Yep. I was kind of hoping you'd say,
of...
no, that's too far, that can't be me, but I think it is.
Yeah.
It looks to me like you've got 20-pound backing.
Yeah, it's 20-pound backing. Try and get this guy back up here. Oh,
Yeah.
He's a long, and you know what? It's going to be a while.
I think you're right. It's going to be a long while. It took us 10 minutes to walk from that car to here. I can only imagine how long it's going to take to crank what's probably a 30-pound fish back up to here.
Yeah, we'll be fighting this little guy for a while. We'll get him. He's holding in one place, so.
That's good.
You know, fish taken out in high water like this, 185 yards a line, like, man, I'll tell you. You think 150 yards of backing is enough. But there's lots of times I had fish spool me and had to break them off, and they were really big.
A lot of times folks are asking me about fishing for carp and stuff, and they always say, how many yards of backing do I need? And I say, well, you need about 100 yards. And they laugh and they say, you know, I've never had a carp take that much line, you don't need it. But what they always forget to realize is that you might hook a big carp on a river,
Oh,
and 100 yards is nothing.
and I may have to be brave and take a walk down there because I think he has me wrapped up in the bushes. Let's take a walk and
Be real careful, I don't need to lose my guide.
at least I'm back onto my fly line now. It's halfway down the rod.
Oh, you got your fly line? That's good, that's good.
I don't know if I'll get too much further down here. It's getting quite
Yeah, I don't
deep,
think
so
it's...
the adventure begins. You know what? He does have me in the bushes.
I'm gonna go way down there and see if I can't go out and scare him out of the bushes.
Okay, that sounds like a good idea. I'll just
You
wait
keep
here
your
for
fly line high, I'll try to spot it. If I don't fall in a tree on the way. We've seen a giant catfish already. Biggest channel cat I've ever seen. In fact, the biggest channel cat by a long shot. And the carp. Oh, we got a carp over 20 pounds today.
Watch your step.
Yeah, it's getting deep fast this time. Yeah, I'm not sure I came in the right spot after all. Hold it real high. Ah, I came out too early. I gotta go down a little further. He's further down than I thought. I'm gonna have to go down again.
He hears you coming because every time you
see
take a step, he moves.
Stick twitching like crazy. I'm hoping that he's on it. I got him!
Excellent job. Thanks, Jeff. Bring him on down.
Guess what? Reel in. Your fly just fell out. It's a carp. Stu, he's not that big. I'll just release him.
That sounds good.
Hey, buddy. Make me walk all the way down here. Now you try to steal the net. He's on his way, Stu. Let's get another one.
You know what? I can't wait for you to get back down here. It's a hot spot.
I'm gonna bet it's a carp, but it might be I don't know, I've stuck my foot in my mouth before, but it feels pretty big. Feels a bit large.
Yeah, we should have about what, 15, 20 minutes before you bring it in?
Rather special. He's not making big runs. Maybe we got a lucky cat here. Yeah, I said it too soon, didn't I? This is pretty wild.
It's big, Jeff.
It's real big, whatever it is. Now I've got the backing issue, huh? Wow. I could tell the second I got thumped by this thing. It's something.
Is this a repeat of the bush routine?
This feels like about 5 fish. It feels like a snapping turtle.
What'd you say, your backing anyway.
Huh?
You better say a prayer right now.
My goodness. I can't believe this. This feels like a...
So much backing did you say you had?
This feels like a sailfish that just dove on me. Okay, I've got back an inch. Even the pelicans are scared. They're moving out. Oh boy, if this is a cat, this is quite the cat. But I ain't letting him get any further downstream. I don't care who he is. I knew when he hit there was something peculiar and special.
He's doing it.
Okay, I see fly line. Boy, he wants to go in those bushes down there. I think I've kept him away from that big tree sticking out down there.
Yeah, I did.
That's miracle number 1. Keep coming, fella. Keep on a-coming.
So that is at least a good 100 yards of line you had out there.
It's so far what we're getting here is a miracle, if you ask me. This is fun.
Serious fun, but fun.
Okay, don't stop on me, buddy. I want you right in here where you belong. Right in here where you belong. That's most likely the furthest I've ever had a fish take me in fresh water. Okay, we're coming into some danger zone here. Don't go in there. I'm not gonna horse him now. I can't believe we've got this far with this fish. Even the pelicans don't want to be anywhere near where this thing lives. Okay, Stu, back up.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to keep him from the bushes.
Yeah, won't need
It's
the
a
net.
cat, yep, don't need a net.
Get rid of that real quick.
Stay away from that wood, big cat.
There he is. Okay. Just bring him up again.
Got him?
Yeah.
Another nice kitty.
Not too bad.
Nope. I'm gonna take a picture again, Stu. I'm gonna put this around your neck.
Yeah.
So you got it. I got the guy. Got her. If you stretched out both these whiskers off to the side, it'd be about 18 inches long. Just a beautiful, beautiful fish. I know a lot of people probably think that's kind of a strange comment. Oh. Rotten fish, oh well. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. God, I love these things.
Stu moved us back up to where we started our adventure in hopes of hooking a fish in a more manageable spot. He eventually hooked another carp, and this one really got Jeff going. It wasn't a common, but a buffalo carp. Jeff kept an envious eye on the struggle. Perhaps no angler has as many different species landed as Jeff, and he could only think it might have been him on the other end of the rod.
Nice fish.
Don't hit the log.
Oh boy. The debris challenge is on.
Yeah, with this high water, you get a lot of that, so
Yep.
try and get them up above you.
That's a
There we
nice
go.
carp. That is, that's not a carp, is it?
It's a buffalo carp.
It's a buffalo.
Yeah, they're a nice fish.
He's a real nice fish.
Yeah, but as you can see,
He's got a much different mouth.
there you go. There's my fave right there.
Yep, your Easter egg.
Easter egg bugger. Let's see if we can get that guy up.
You know what's amazing about this guy is his face looks like a permit.
Oh, get out of there. There you go.
Oh, what a fish.
Oh, there.
Hold him up and smile there, Stu. All right, gorgeous.
Good fish.
He sure is. What a neat looking guy.
Yeah, they're cool. So you never know when you're going to get them.
Now, how big do the buffalo carp get?
Well, you know what? They're a little bit smaller than the common carp, or the ones I've been catching are anyway. But even for a common, you know, this is the size that you get in the common and in the buffalo. In the river here. We'll get him going. Away you go. He's gone.
Nice.
Oh, awesome fish, man.
Yeah,
Let's see you get one now.
that was really neat. Well, I'm gonna give her a try, that's for sure. Gosh, you know, we
Give
just
it a
never
shot.
know what we're pulling in here.
Oh, you never know.
Fascinates me.
It had all gone pretty well considering the conditions. We actually caught many more carp, cats, and other species than we had time to show. Stu promises that in a little clearer water, the action would have been even better. In any event, between the great action and good company, there is little doubt that a trip to the Big Red with a fly rod is a memorable adventure.
On me here. As far as ones I didn't know that lived in here, you know, you catch the buffalo and then also you pulled out the goldeye.
Oh, you know what? There's so many different species of fish in here, from common carp, buffalo carp, goldeye. The list goes on and on.
The DDH Leech, as tied by Stu Thompson, is an appealing woolly bugger imitation. His materials are unique and provide that special something that produced nearly a half a dozen species for us in a single day's angling.
So we're going to mix the dubbing blend that I use for this pattern. So we'll take some black, and you just take a look at how much black you have, and take about 25% chartreuse. So we're going to blend that together. Take a look at it. Is that going to be close? It's a little bit dark, so we have to add a bit more chartreuse. Okay, so that doesn't look too bad right there. We're doing sort of olive color. If you can notice that all of a sudden the black and chartreuse has turned into a dark olive. Okay. So now we're going to add some holographic diamond dub. And there's our dubbing blend. Now, as you can see, these two colors are just about identical. And it's an awesome leech imitation. A lot of guys will use woolly buggers, so on and so forth. This is an off-take of a woolly bugger, but I find it works a lot better. So what we're going to do now is we're going to attach the eyes. These are just small bead chain eyes. So you can go to a local hardware store, pick up some bead chain, cut them in pairs, and you have your set of eyes. When you start, what you're going to do is you're going to put the eyes on there, do one wrap going on one side, you go twice. Come back, you do two wraps, and you're going to pull the thread down tight. Now you do a few more wraps going in each direction. Now the whole secret to tying eyes on is what you do after this, because most guys will have a problem and eyes will turn. What you're going to do is you're going to go around the base twice, and you're going to pull that tight as the thread will allow. Go around one way, come to the eye, wrap back over the thread. Now your eyes are locked on and they won't move. Do a whip finish. Trim the thread. Now you're ready to proceed with the rest of the fly. You get some black marabou. This is your tail. Now I use a complete feather. A lot of people don't, but I do. That's going to be your tail. So you start your other thread right behind the eyes. You measure the shank of the hook for the tail. Right? Now the shank of the hook ends at the point of the barb. That's your tying reference, so I never pinch my barbs down when I tie. And it goes to right behind the eye of the hook. So that's going to be the length of your tail. It's going to be back here, so you want to tie this feather in right here. Trim that off. Now as you wrap back, hold up on the marabou, and that will make the marabou stay right on top of the shank. Now your tail is tied in. Get a dubbing twister. You're going to do a dubbing loop to do the rest of this fly. You let out enough thread that you can finish the whole fly, and that's approximately 4 inches. You're going to take the thread and you're going to wrap just beyond the bottom thread after you loop it. Then you're going to wrap back. That locks in this loop and it won't pull out. Advance your thread. And you take your dubbing blend and you're going to put it in crossways in the loop. Then all you're going to do is just twist that, get it down, getting it snug. Then what you have to do is you hold the end of your loop here and just transfer it to the single wire. Then you keep on twisting. Okay. Then you wrap, combing everything back on each wrap. Yeah, you want to maintain the same body diameter all the way throughout the fly. That's why you wrap the feather all the way right throughout. You do 1 figure 8 around in one direction around the eye, do another figure 8 around the other direction, you come underneath and you tie it off. Trim back, making sure you're not going to cut the thread. Comb everything back and you form your head. There's 7 different colors that I run with on this pattern that are being produced commercially. I do an all white with a silver holographic. I do a black and blue, black and green. I do olive with an olive tail, olive with a black tail. They're just an awesome, awesome, dynamite little fly for trout. The biggest fish so far taken on this fly is a 27.5-inch rainbow. And it was caught by a friend of mine. He was trying them out for me a couple years ago. And you should see the picture of this fish. It's a pig. Okay, so after you reach this step, I have a very inexpensive stainless steel brush. I like this better than Velcro or anything else. What you're going to do is you're just going to comb this fly out to get the fibers going back. Yeah, you're trying to meld everything into the black marabou tail. Now, as you can see, that looks a lot different just with those few strokes than what it did when I finished tying it. And you have the silhouette, a leech silhouette, you have the weight to get the fly down and fish it properly. When I design flies, I look at the natural and see how it swims. A leech will swim up and down because you have the bead chain eyes on this fly at the eye of the hook. This fly is going to swim just like a leech, up and down.
A number of Stu's patterns are available commercially. He works closely with a company called Superfly out of Canada. They apparently know a real thing when they see it, and that's what Stu is, an ardent angler with the imagination and skill to craft patterns that just plain work.